Trying to get a handle on artificial intelligence, it can feel like you're mapping a brand new continent, but you've been sent out without a compass. Well, today, we're going to build that compass together. This is your guide, your map for leading your team through the new AI tech stack.
Let's just start with one single powerful number, 80%. That's it. Let that sit there for a moment. What in the world could that possibly be?
Yep, 80%. That's how many companies are expected to be using generative AI in the next 3 years. We're not talking about some slow, gradual shift here. This is a massive, seismic event, and it's reshaping the entire business landscape at an incredible speed. I mean, just try to wrap your head around the scale of this. A year or so ago, fewer than 5% of companies were really using Gen AI. Leaping from that to over 80%, it's just staggering. We are smack in the middle of a full-blown AI gold rush.
And that gets us right to the heart of the challenge, doesn't it? When everybody is scrambling to stake their claim, the whole thing gets chaotic and confusing. So as a leader, how do you guide your team? How do you know you're making the right calls and not just falling into the same traps as everyone else?
What you need is a tool for navigation. So that's what we're calling this, the AI Leader's Compass. It's designed to give you a clear sense of direction by breaking this whole challenge down into 4 crucial, manageable parts.
Our first point on the compass is the what. This is all about getting a handle on the vast technology landscape. You can't really navigate a territory if you don't know what's in it, right?
You know, the term AI covers this enormous range of technologies. You've got everything from robotic process automation, or RPA, to complex computer vision, all the way to the large language models that are powering all the chatbots these days. It is a vast universe, and that is exactly why it can feel so overwhelming.
So to navigate this, we really need to focus on the most revolutionary piece of this puzzle, generative AI. Simply put, these systems don't just analyze data, they create brand new content from it. This is the real engine driving that massive 80% adoption rate we saw.
Okay, so now that we've kind of mapped the terrain, let's look at the second point on our compass, the fuel. Because it doesn't matter how sophisticated your AI engine is, it's going absolutely nowhere without the right fuel. And in AI, that fuel is data.
You've probably heard this phrase a million times, but it has never been more true than it is right now. In the age of AI, data isn't just a byproduct of your business. It's the raw material. It's the crude oil that you refine into valuable insights and automated processes.
But just having oil in the ground isn't enough. You've got to have a pipeline. This is the data lifecycle in AI. It starts with sourcing. You got to get the data, then storing it effectively. Next up is processing, where powerful tools like GPUs turn that raw data into something usable. And finally, you have to govern it to make sure it's high quality and secure. A leader's job is to oversee this entire pipeline.
Okay, so we've got our map and we've got our fuel. Let's move to the third point on the compass, the how. This is where things get really practical, where we talk about building the engine itself through a combination of people and process.
And this right here is a critical takeaway. You can have the best technology, you can have all the data in the world, but if you don't have a disciplined process and a skilled team, your AI initiatives are going to stall out. Success is fundamentally all about execution.
So, how do you make sure you get that execution right? You use a proven roadmap. For decades, a framework called CRISP-DM has been the go-to for data science projects. It gives everyone a shared language and clear steps, which helps you avoid all the common pitfalls and make sure your team stays focused on the business goal.
And that process requires different experts at different times. In the beginning, in the strategy phase, your AI product manager defines the vision. Then, during development, that's when the data scientists and ML engineers get in there and build the model. And at deployment, it's the ML ops engineers who make sure it all runs smoothly in the real world. As a leader, your job is to assemble this whole symphony of talent.
We've reached the final point on our compass. Then now what? So, you've built and launched your AI system. The project is done, right? Not even close. Now the real work of managing for long-term value actually begins.
This is probably the single most common misconception that leaders have. An AI model isn't a bridge that you build and then just walk away from. The world is constantly changing, new data is always coming in, and the model's performance can actually degrade over time. It's a living asset that needs continuous care and attention. And that care involves a few key things. ML Ops is the whole discipline of managing AI in production. You're going to need processes for model retraining to keep it sharp. You have to be constantly calculating ROI to prove its value. And often, you'll need a human in the loop to handle exceptions and provide that crucial oversight.
This ongoing cycle is what separates successful AI from just being an expensive science project.
So there you have it, the AI leader's compass. The what of the technology, the fuel of the data, the how of the process and the team, and the now what of long-term management. With these 4 points, you've got a framework to lead with confidence. The only question left is, where are you going to navigate first?